Hi everyone, it's Enchantress. I'm here with another flip through, and this time we have Paolo Barbieri's Fantasy Cats Oracle. I just did a unicorn flip through, so check that out if you haven't seen that. He is an amazing artist. You might recognize him from this deck, the Zodiac Oracle that I've used quite a bit, and you might have seen this one too, the Chinese Oracle with the yin yang backing. And if you haven't, check out the Chinese zodiac reading that I did this year. You can look up, and last year's too. In fact, if you're curious, check out the playlist. Okay, and yeah, so amazing artwork. I really love his stuff, and in part, I got these because seeing Melanie with them, I was like, oh yeah, I really, really, really have been wanting. I've had the Fantasy Cats Oracle in my basket for the longest time, and I thought, okay, now it's about time that I get both of these and continue my collection. So let's have a look. One little difference in these is the box is still that same soft matte feeling, but it's a little bit embossed and raised on the edges, kind of cool. Alright, and then in the back you can see some of the designs in example. See in the back it's a little bit raised, embossed. This is made by Los Garbeo, which I also adore, and would be a dream come true to be published by them. And they do multiple languages, which I think is great too. And look at the backing, it's so pretty. So sweet. So I guess this one is like the unicorns. Oh, are they different backing? What's going on here? What's going on? Oh yeah. I did see that in the book that there's kind of like these special messages. They're called the okay, and they're sideways as well. Oh, okay, they're sideways. Okay. So and then there's alright, there's this solid color. Okay, it's a good thing I noticed this. The more solid color that goes to the well, and then these are the attitude cards, okay? And then these are the okay, these are seasons. Got it. And then these are the other oracles. There we go. Okay, so let's look at the book and then we'll look at more at the cards. So it's a nice thick sturdy book because it's in multiple languages. So let's just check out the English for now. And it's black and white. Little blurbs about cats and whatnot. And draws, different little spreads. Good with the seasons. For the fresh yearning of the morning. So seasons are going to be a real part of a strong focus on here. And then there's the attitude cards, which will have a separate focus. Then you got the other oracles, and there you go. And then it goes on to okay. So let's see what the images are. Here we go. We've got cuddling. Oh, cuddling. That's like me. And my very first cat was named Angel. Well, that's not my first cat. Honestly, my first cats were Siamese cats that I owned in Germany as a little. I didn't own them. My parents owned them. They took care of me. They were like, they would not scream, but make really loud cat noises whenever I was hungry and made sure that I was fed. So I've always had such a very strong connection with cats. But the next cat that was very special to me, I had a white cat living with my grandmother. Her name was Angel, and she was very special, and she had always had a lot of kittens. And then when I got a little older and moved into another house as a teenager, then we found another white cat. I found her. I thought she was a bunny rabbit, and I found her, and she was super sweet, endearing to me, like treated me like a mom, and would groom me and stuff like that. My Angel cat. So we've had angel cats in our lives, a lot of us. My daughter also had a golden angel. Anyway, so that's a nice picture. A nice card. Excuse me, Egyptian cats. Can I make some room here? They got feeling. We got dreaming. That's neat. That's like Dobby. My familiar. Ooh, I love this one. Knowing. Hiding. Ruling. Empowering. Excuse me. Kitty, I'm just going to move you over here. I love that too. Grooming. See, my white kitty. We're grooming. Meeting. Aw, that's cute. Little teacup. Traveling. I love that. Look how pretty that kitty's eyes are. Very spacey. My daughter probably liked this one. Watching. Running. Climbing. Sleeping. It's like little Popo. He's been doing a lot of sleeping. Enchantment. Okay, so now we've got the seasons, which are sideways. We've got fall, the quiet joy of transition. Summer, the wild energy of midday. Winter, the delicate feeling of night. Ooh, how pretty. Look at that spring. I think I'm a spring person, honestly. The fresh yearning of the morning, and I'm starting to like cheer up because we're warming up, getting closer to spring. It's like the time of the year where I feel like I've always had like good things happen. And I love summer too, but spring definitely. Attitude, desiring intimacy. Okay, so here's some attitude cards. They're a little bit different. Desiring intimacy, desiring balance, desiring belonging, and desiring transformation. Kind of curious to see how they explain that in the book. Excuse me. So let's do this one. This is kind of shorter. The attitude, perfection, integration, how to relax and breathe, advice, stop worrying. Your entire life has led you to the present moment. It holds splendor, all splendor and delight. The answers you need are in front of you. Express gratitude for all blessings. If you love someone, it is never too soon to tell him or her. Allow them to feel your affection and affinity. Integrate desire by turning attention simultaneously outward and inward. Release attachment and all forms of control. Grasp delight, invoke joy, and move in time with universal rhythm. Sacred time makes calendar and clock time dissipate. Perform the work you are meant to do. Gather and acknowledge all talents, blessings, and gifts. Become the active observer to gain control over the mind and senses. Dive into the center of the experience of life itself. That's so nice. Let's see about the... So yeah, the seasons. Mystery, morning, advice, explore new ways, start new adventures, don't be scared of new things. Morning energy invokes spring's magic, work your desire as the world wakes up, bubbling, bursting, and expansive energy. And the air with regenerative, exciting energy supporting any wish, color, light, and warmth pops and springs forth as life pours through all things. Flirtation, attraction, and desire is rampant. Engage in the ancient dance of attraction, flirtation, and desire. Incendiary energy fills every molecule to empower your idea. Warm air billows to enhance and warm that which is lain dormant. All things are encouraged to wake and grow. The energy of spring supports new designs and intentions. All options are possible. Believe in the extraordinary. Make room for what you cannot yet imagine. I've been watching my plants outside. There's a couple of bushes that looked, because we've never had this experience in Houston, or maybe we have, but it's very rare when things really truly die, like in the winter season when you just don't see anything on the trees or the bushes or the grass or anything, right? Everything is blank. And because we have pretty mild temperatures all year long, but we did have a really strong winter storm and freeze this time. And I've been eyeballing these bushes and just thinking, wow, the miracle of life. Look at them. Look at the little green things coming forth, you know. It's really been kind of an eye opener, you know, and I think sometimes we're hit with these harder times to really appreciate the good times, right? Good times ahead. All right, so let's see about the shuffling. I didn't shuffle the unicorn cards, but I'm going to shuffle these for you. Okay. If they're pretty, I mean, they're pretty regular thickness, not too thick. They're sort of glossy, you know. Not too, they're not super, they're not matte or anything. And they shuffle fine. It's a small stack, you know, but it's it's very well done. So, attitude, desiring transformation. Does anybody out there desire to transform? Yeah, I think we do. Some of us do, right? So this is like prepare yourself for big changes. Go with the flow. That's the advice. So the how is preparing yourself, and the advice is to go with the flow. So it's pretty cool because a lot of times you're like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And most of the time I just say, surrender the how, let universe take care of it. And this is great because you can do something. You can prepare. You can just prepare. So go with the flow. And so that is very perfect for you know most advice when it comes to this for transformation. Change is not something that comes natural for human. Changes are fairly upsetting for most cats as well. A piece of furniture out of lace, a box that wasn't there before, even a suitcase can symbolize something different. Objects that symbolize change in their territory will excite, bring curiosity, or disturb them. Safety in any environment is crucial, so awareness of change is helpful. Whether it feels comfortable or not, the soul's intrinsic and true nature is evolution and growth. Transformation is a natural state requiring nothing but a willing soul. Greet each moment with appreciation and an open heart. Evolution is effortless. Remaining stuck requires effort and angst. Examine the path unfolding with ease. Embrace the unknown. Follow the blueprint of your heart. Allow wings to buffer flight into who you were always meant to be. Seek higher ground and deeper truth. Your life is the laboratory of you. Play and experiment. Try new things. Eat new foods and flavors. Try something out of character. Break your patterns. Move out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself to promote growth. Very nice. I like that. I like this style of writing. It's kind of more uplifting and less condescending than sometimes some of the other writers, you know. Although I love everybody's writing and there's just different styles. So what I was thinking too as I was reading that, my cats, you know, cats and pets in general, a good way to kind of gauge things a lot. We had said, you know, my kitties, their winter coat really came in beautiful and really thick and fluffy, and even Growler, who's shorter hair, has really thick fur right now. But after the winter storm and all the cold weather, we had like a couple of really humid days, and they were so cranky. They're like, "What is going on? I have a winter coat on. What the heck is this?" You know, and they're laying on the cold tile floor just to get cool. Anyway, it made me laugh. But you know, considering all of that, what's happened, they're so adaptable, and I feel like adaptability has to be a very important part of who we are because things are so much changed so much lately. You know, we've had so many weird things happen. If you stay too rigid and too focused on one thing and don't allow yourself to be adaptable to the changes, it's gonna be really hard, you know, much harder on you guys. So be flexible, go with the flow, and be adaptable. Adapt with things that come in, you know. there's some things that you might want to resist that may be unhealthy, but there's a lot of things that at one moment you thought were not good for you might turn out to be actually very good for you. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you like that. And my little fairy kitty says bye bye. If it's just a pixie dust.